Hello, welcome to your special Eclipse Month Tarot and Oracle readings for the month of February. I've already uploaded the monthly forecast videos as well as the Valentine's videos for singles and couples, but I figured you also wanted to know how the eclipses would be affecting the 12 signs as well. As you can see, it's really windy out here in LA, and I figured it was appropriate to film this intro outside. One, because you never really get to see my face on this channel, and two, the energy that we're seeing is really telling. We have the winds of change that are upon us, and it's sort of foreshadowing the change that we're going to be seeing in February with these eclipses. As a quick announcement, I also wanted to share that I have begun posting to my new SunGoddess astrology YouTube channel. So if you're interested in astrology or interested in learning about astrology, you may want to check out some of the videos that I've been creating. I start out at a very basic beginner's level, and I intend on posting some more intermediate and advanced videos later on. I'll go ahead and put a link to that channel in the description box below. Virgo, for your Eclipse Tarot reading, I will be pulling 6 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. The first 3 cards will be for the full moon lunar eclipse on the 10th at 4:33 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the second 3 cards will be for the new moon solar eclipse on the 26th at 6:58 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can adjust the time according to your specific time zone. Okay, so I want to share first off that everything in the dark eventually comes to the light. During the eclipses, the celestial lights go out, which they will reveal things that were once hidden in the dark. All right, so full moons generally have to do with culminations or endings, and new moons generally reveal opportunities for new things to commence. In both cases, the energy could appear suddenly. Okay. So for you, Virgo, the full moon lunar eclipse will be in your 12th house. And the new moon solar eclipse will be in your 7th house. All right, so let's see how this will play out. All right, so here's your significator card. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. This is mutable earth. This is Virgo. Okay, it's a very practical energy. You're really seeing all of the sides. Nothing really tends to surprise you because I feel like you generally see the writing that's on the wall. Okay, I feel like things don't really have to be spelled out for you in order for you to put 2 and 2 together. You kind of get it. You have a very acute sense of perception. Okay, and I'm seeing you really work with that energy this month as well. Nothing is really new here. So okay, with the full moon lunar eclipse, okay, we also have the Hermit card, which is the other significator for Virgo. So we have the Court card, which is mutable earth, and we have the Hermit card in the major arcana, which is also Virgo. So this is seeing into the depths, okay? And the Hermit card is about, there's darkness around him, and he's holding this light, like shining this flashlight or shining this lantern to illuminate, you know, one thing at a time, okay? And he's also following this dark path, you know, with this light flashing, like lantern lighting the way. Okay, so that's the guide. You're being guided. And it's not that you're, you know, in the dark or anything, but I do feel like the 12th house is the house of the unknown. It's a house of mystery. It's the house of things that aren't generally seen. We can't really see things when we're in the dark, right? Any of us, right? So it's rooms that you don't go into in your house. Here you have the house card, right? So, okay, this could be, you know, the basement. It could be the closet. It could be that drawer that you just toss stuff into and, you know, it never sees the light of day, okay? Well, here I'm seeing, you know, the home, and I'm seeing a dark area, and this is just a very literal interpretation, okay? And then you have strength, okay? So you're really using force over something. So I feel like you may be conquering some sort of fear, some fear of the unknown, fear of something that's hidden. I feel like you're going to be doing some spiritual work, because the 12th house is also about, you know, the other side and spirituality as well. It's also a house of isolation, and the Hermit tends to go off alone, and you kind of need to in order to hear your own voice without it being, you know, obstructed, or I guess other people yelling over you. It's not like if you go within, then you're not having to hear everybody else's voice sort of talk over yours. Your voice is the loudest, okay? And you're searching here for what brings you strength. And I feel like you're going into those places that are like in the unknown. The Pentacles, the Knights, are brave soldiers. So it's sort of like you're, you know, maybe really doing the work to go into your subconscious self or your shadow self, even to pull out things that you've tucked away there, you know, put in a safe place. And now it's like you're going to be clearing stuff out, clearing out the junk. Could be old emotional stuff. It could be, again, very literal things like clearing out drawers or clearing out closets, but you're purging and you're getting rid of stuff, and it's giving you strength here. Courage is what I'm hearing with this card. Okay, so for the new moon solar eclipse, I feel like some of you are going to be doing some housekeeping, house sweeping, and you're going to be pulling some people out as well. You're going to be shutting some people out. This is the karmic relationship card. It's also difficult lessons for your soul's growth, for a spiritual growth. I'm getting a lot of spiritual energy here with the Hermit and the Hanged Man right underneath it. This is a card about enlightenment, okay? Doing the work, doing the tough work, facing your demons, facing your shadow, pulling stuff out and tossing it outside, okay? You're going to be lightening your load by about half here. You're working on yourself. I really see that. And in this case, some of you may be shrinking your social contacts, since the new moon solar eclipse is going to be in your 7th house of others, relationships. Honestly, what I'm seeing is that if it's not actively in your life working, if someone is not, people are not, if you're just hanging around and like, you know, there's dead weight there, you're going to be removing it. You're going to be moving on so that it works and it functions more smoothly, okay? I'm getting the sense of like going through and doing a purge on like Facebook or whatever. It could be social media, although I'm not seeing a lot of social media cards, but that's just like for an example. Clearing out old stuff, clearing out the dead weight, even within yourself and with other people around you. As within, so without. As above, so below. As the universe, so my soul. Okay, so I want to go ahead and see, yes, okay. I'm going to roll the astro dice to get a better picture. Okay, so here, you may not be able to see this as well, but I'll try to hold it up here. We have the 12th house coming up. Okay, for you, Virgo, the full moon lunar eclipse will be in your 12th house. This is cleaning out the closet, going into the subconscious realms, you know, going into things that are hidden. Okay, we also have rolled a Virgo symbol. So this is about you doing the housework, you doing the house cleaning on so many different levels. Pluto, okay? This is intense stuff. This is going to be an intense transit for you, okay? This eclipse month is really going to be about purging things you don't need, people you don't need, beliefs you don't need, memories you don't need, even for you to really have this like foundation, for you to regain this strength, this personal strength and your foundation. Okay, this is the most esoteric read that I've done so far in the signs, and it's, you know, I got pretty deep with you, and Pluto does go deep, so it's all about transformation. And you're just, I feel like you're reaching in and just sort of like scrubbing the walls of your subconscious. Wow, that was fun to say. All right, so Virgo, I'd like to pull a card from the Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle deck, just sort of lighten up the energy here and give me a positive message to share with you. I love this deck so much. It's so fun, and personally I find it gives me a lot of upliftment and encouragement. So I wanted to share your message for February. Is it this one? It's this one. Make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. You're on point with what you're doing. I'm seeing more so of meaning within the actual image of this card than the actual like title and the words down here. This lovely mermaid, okay, she is, you know, coming into contact with like this magical unicorn, okay, and she's reaching out to touch this point of this unicorn's horn, okay, and you know, unicorns are mythical creatures that live in the realm of fantasy and imagination, much like the 12th house, which is very much not grounded and earth-centered, but it's all the imagination, it's all in our minds, it's all on the other side of, like, you know, now again, fantasy, imagination, all of that kind of stuff. There's something that's coming to a point here. You're touching it. You're getting the point. You're on point. I don't know how many other ways I can say that, but I'm also getting this sort of this image of like God touching man within the Sistine Chapel and the two like connecting, and I'm just getting that imagery right here. It's like you're really in touch with your spirituality, you're in touch with God, you're in touch with Goddess, you're in touch with the universe, and really I feel like this is going to be a very powerful, spiritually powerful eclipse for you. And another image that I'm seeing is her reflection. So if you flip the card over, you're also seeing the water reflection here. The 12th house is big bodies of water. It's the sea. It's the sea of imagination. It's the sea of, you know, the primordial abyss and from which we all came. It's the other side. And it's interesting that there's no unicorn horn here. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to show you. But on one sense, she's on land, which is the very practical matters, and she's seeing this horn here. And here, within the realm of imagination, it's just a horse without the horn. So whatever that means to you, it's sort of like a flipping like of a role reversal to me. This is interesting, but whatever it is, there is reflection going on. Okay, so this is the energy that you're in. Okay, Virgo, so this was your reading for the eclipse month of February. Thank you so much for watching and liking and sharing my videos. And if you have seen anything else in addition that you would like to add, feel free to put it in the comment section below. Your input is certainly welcome. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the upcoming videos.